I forget what our intro is.
I'm an addict named Bailey.
Hi, guys.
Oh, we're supposed to say welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm an addict named Bailey.
And I'm an addict named Danny.
And this is
a Time and Place podcast.
Okay.
Let's get right into it.
Per usual, Danny has tea. Right now, it was just Valentine's Day weekend. Kind of. Because it's on Wednesday, so it was the weekend before Valentine's Day.
Is this Valentine's Day weekend?
Or next, right? I think
or is it
both.
next?
I think both.
Both. Yeah. People are probably doing Valentine's Day things this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah. So, Miss Danny.
You too.
No.
We've literally not told each other anything about like what we wanted to, what we've been. We know
Spill
what
the tea.
We know the tea is piping hot on the pod. This is our tea is piping hot on the pod segment.
Yeah.
Okay, so last episode, because I just rewatched some of it back, I was like, oh, I'm on the apps, I'm talking to this guy, we're texting all day and it's so cute. Well, he asked me out for dinner, and then last night we went to dinner. So I met him.
She went on a date.
I went on a date.
On a date.
I went on a date.
You went on a date.
It's been
You
so
went on a date.
long.
You went
on a date.
Oh, you went on a date. Valentine's Day weekend went on a date.
That's how I felt.
Yes.
Okay, so I was like nervous. I was overthinking a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god. Okay, so he took me to Olive Garden.
Okay, back up.
Okay.
When did he text you to confirm, like, are we still on for tonight kind of thing?
We had plans to meet at 6, and he texted me at 5, or at like 4:45.
Well,
we had
at
been
6, like meet at the place.
He was gonna pick me up.
Cute.
So cute. But our plans kind of changed, but
Why?
because I was like realized it was an hour drive for him to pick me up, and we were going to Olive Garden, which is in Jamestown. So he
would have to go pick you up and backtrack.
Yeah, he would have to drive an hour to me, and then drive an hour back, and then drive an hour back.
But
and
he
then
was willing to.
He was. He even
That's so
said,
cute.
because I said, that's like a long drive. Do you want me to meet you somewhere? And he's like, maybe in Salamanca, but I don't mind the drive, just so you know. I was like, okay. So we met in a gas station parking lot.
That's where you get murked.
Yep. So,
how did you feel?
I was nervous.
Right?
I talked to Sarah on the phone the whole way.
Our sister?
The whole way from Olean to Salamanca. And I was just like, oh my God. And we were just going on. She was hyping me right up.
Yeah.
And, but when I got in the कारण our conversation just flowed like really easily. That's what I wanted. I was like,
that.
I cannot imagine if like there's work. Because I'm like, first of all, I thought we would just meet at a place.
Mm-hmm. But then you had to spend all that time in the car together.
Yeah.
Because from here to there is like 45 minutes.
Yeah. And
which
so
is perfect because you're side by side. You're not like immediately like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That became a thing at dinner too, because then we were side by side the whole time, and then we became like
it changes the vibe off so much.
It does. So we both had our menus. We're just like, what are you gonna get?
That's so cute.
But he's really, really, first of all, he's tall. So tall. And he's really, really nice. Oh. He's really kind and sweet, and he has a nice heart. I can just tell. So that was nice. Kind eyes, kind voice. Just
remember
so
too, though,
sweet.
it's he's giving you his best right now.
I know.
So just keep an eye out.
I do know that, and I'm the same because I'm like I'm psychotic. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, okay. Actually, I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But we actually talked about like deep things. Like,
good.
Yeah. He doesn't judge me, and I try not to judge him.
And I try not to judge him. He tries not to judge me. I try not to judge him.
Yeah, but he's very understanding of like all my situations. Like I told him I'm in a 12-step recovery program, and he
which he knew.
He knew that, yeah. But then we talked a little bit more about it, and he understood, and he told me about his family, and I told him about my family, and yeah,
That's so cute.
we had great conversations.
Oh my gosh,
It
was
a good
he
time.
funny? Is this fun to talk to?
Yeah. He's not like hilarious, but he
Mhm.
did make me laugh a couple times.
That's good.
But I
Did
think
you make him laugh? Did he laugh at your jokes at all? Did
I
you make jokes?
I don't know. Kind of. Yeah, he did. We were like smiling. We were like shy and
Oh my
smiling.
gosh, so cute.
And then he texted me as soon as he got home.
Oh,
I know.
that's how you know he like had a good time.
Yeah, and he said he was nervous.
Oh,
I'm like,
so cute.
I made you nervous?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
And then I told him that I was like I was a little nervous.
Fantastic.
I was a little nervous too, but he made me feel really comfortable. So
That's
which was
good.
nice.
I think you probably made him feel comfortable too because you're so like easy to talk to and
Yeah, it was
beautiful
pretty
and
chill.
amazing.
Aww. It was pretty chill and nice and fun.
So
And
you had a wonderful time.
I did have a wonderful
Did you guys talk about the next time you'll hang out?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But there were a couple things that I didn't love.
Uh-oh.
He vapes. Ugh. I know. He vapes.
It could be worse. He doesn't vape THC though, right? Oh
No, he does
no! Sorry, I didn't
use
mean to scream.
he does use cannabis. He didn't vape THC in the car. He just used a regular vape.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he has some at home because he can't smoke in his house.
Mm.
So
Well, okay.
I know. I thought it was like the way it sounded when we were texting was like not so much. He doesn't smoke that much.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he was talking about it again, I'm like, ooh, I think you kind of probably smoke.
That's how it goes.
It's
too, don't they?
habitual.
Kind of like downplay it, but then you hear them talking and you're
about
just like, oh man.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's that. Okay. What else? Anything? Red flaggy?
Not really.
Okay,
No.
that could be way worse.
I know. And I think if anything were to like go further, which I have no idea right now, but like if that were to become a thing, I feel like he would be so respectful of my
Yeah,
situation.
he seems nice.
Yeah, it's
From what
very
you've
nice.
told me.
Yeah.
I know. This is like, now I'm like, when do I meet him? Even though you literally
my
don't
God.
know each other. I know how you guys
Like,
felt
when do
I
I
was,
meet him?
When I was dating.
Yeah.
I literally just met him.
Yeah.
When I was dating back in the day, you guys were all like, when do we get to meet him? And I was like, never.
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 You got so far as a soft launch.
Yeah,
I haven't done that
put
yet.
on my snap a little bit.
Yep.
But, oh my gosh, how exciting.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day today. You're a Valentine.
Okay.
Did you guys talk about Valentine's Day? Was the restaurant
No.
decorated with Valentine's
No.
Day stuff? No?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, we didn't talk about it. So, we'll see.
Okay.
But
Fun.
what about now, your turn.
Okay. I went to see Jim Gaffigan at the Shays Theater in
So
Buffalo.
jealous.
It was so funny.
I
It was amazing. I went with somebody who I adore. Like, I love this man so much.
You do.
We're buddies though because we work together and there's like quite an age difference or whatever. But we're like, I just love him. He's so nice. He's a man of God. We just laugh. We have the best time every time.
Ah.
I was like, the second we met, I was like, oh my God, he's amazing. I
Yeah.
love him. So I was looking for someone to go to this comedy show because I saw Jim Gaffigan's going to be there tomorrow night. So I put it on my Facebook story, I put it on my Snap, and then I was telling him about it. And he was like, oh, I love Jim Gaffigan. And I was like, light bulb, I'm asking him to go with me. Because I can't drive to Buffalo. I'm too scared to drive there alone. And
I didn't know that.
you didn't? Oh my gosh, I just started driving a couple years ago. And I only do Salamanca, Olean, and Jamestown. The smaller towns. So then, but anyway, yeah, I asked him and he said he would love to go. And he was like, I'll pick you up at 5:15 or whatever. And he was there right on the dot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's like, where are we going to go to dinner? Like, do you want to go before or after? And the timing worked out. We had to go after. So he picked a place and he's like, call them and book a table. And I was like, okay, so I did. And then we had the whole ride from here to Buffalo to talk. And we know each other and like, we are, like, I'm just obsessed with this man. I love him.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I love him. Like, oh, but we just had, of course, a wonderful conversation. He's so funny and he's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, man, if I could just meet someone just exactly like him. Because he's very, like, much like a gentleman, you know, too. And he's like a man, like, which I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, because I'm like putting down like, what do I want,
Yeah,
like this, like just you, exactly you if you weren't you, like
Yeah.
I love him so much. So
Fun.
so then we went to the thing. I couldn't get the tickets to load on my phone.
No, that happened to me before.
So we stood out there, and I was a struggle, and he was very patient, obviously, and like I was like, I'm sorry, and like whatever, but and he kept trying to pay for his ticket. He's like, I'm gonna pay you back for that ticket, and I was like, no, you're not, and he's like, Bailey, like, but we finally get in there. The show is so good. The opening guy was so good. Jim Gaffigan obviously is so funny. If you guys haven't seen him, just look up his special. He's hilarious.
Thank you, Buffalo! Buffalo! It is so great to be here. I look good.
And then he starts into his
Yeah.
joke. It was just so good. We were way up in the nosebleeds because that's all the ticket I could get. And he's used to like being front row of everything, but he was like, oh, this is really nice because like, you can see the whole theater is just beautiful.
Yeah.
So then we walked to dinner. It was like a 10-minute walk. And it was like sketchy. And he kept saying, Bailey, where did you take me? He picked the restaurant. It was funny. We get there. It's like a very like romantic vibe.
Yeah.
It was Valentine's Day, like decorated, and the music was so nice and like, but it was kind of loud and lively, so it wasn't too crazy.
Yeah.
And the menu was oh my gosh.
Your Snapchats of your food looked so good.
It was so good. He got raw oysters, and I got like a little bread basket thing.
I don't like oysters.
Yeah, same. But then I got they have a pan-seared scallop on black fettuccine with like spinach and peppers and this saffron cream sauce. That I was like, let me get that, but put the scallops on the side, because I was gonna say without, but I'm like, no, he could eat them, because I'm a vegetarian. Anyway, so then that was really good. I have leftovers, and I'm so excited to eat them.
I've never heard of black fettuccine.
I know. I was like, that's interesting. I have to try. I love trying new things.
Was
new
it
crazy
good?
Foods. It was so good.
Was it
I'll let you
different
try
than
it.
regular fettuccine?
It's exactly like regular fettuccine, except for it's black. If you guys are curious, here's the picture of the fettuccine. It was to die for.
Do this. Here's the picture.
Oh my god. No, just kidding.
Oh my god.
So then we were like sitting there. It's getting so late too because we saw the show. We're there, and he's like, "Do you want dessert?" And I was like, I never know what to say, but I always want dessert. And it's just him.
Yeah.
Like he's just my buddy. So I'm like, yeah, let's get dessert. And then
Yeah.
it was so good too. And then we walked back to the car, and it was nice those little walks too.
Mm-hmm.
Like just hang out, and like when your work friends are becoming like your real friends. It's just like we got to bond.
Yeah.
And
So
I
cute.
love him so much. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I don't know.
So cute.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time.
Great. We both had. It's so funny. We both went out on the same
I
night.
know. How funny. I was thinking of you the whole time. I was like, I wonder
I was thinking
what
of you
Danny's
the whole
doing.
time. I kept wanting to text you, like not during the date,
I texted
obviously.
you, but it was late.
Yeah, I kept wanting to text you when I got home, but it was kind of good because then we saved it for the pod.
Yeah, we had to debrief with you guys.
Yeah, this is our first time telling each other about it.
We needed to do the debrief on the pod.
Yeah.
But we keep like, we were hanging out a little this morning. And we're just like I can't say what I want to say because something happens and then it reminds you of like, oh yeah, this happened too.
Yeah. Oh, and we talked about this and we did that and we talked about this.
You gotta watch it's called Barely Alive. Jim Gaffigan, Barely Alive. That set you would love. It's so funny.
Okay.
He talks about like having a teenager as a kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And he started out with like Ozempic because he's like, I'm not on Ozempic. I'm on the other one. And then they're like, you can't take that, it's cheating. He's like, I'm not playing, what did he say? Like, I'm not playing tennis or something. He's like, I'm just a fat guy trying to stay alive. And he's like, it's for diabetes, so that fat people heard it could make you not eat cake. They were like, my diabetes is really acting up.
So funny.
I know, he was so funny. He's so funny. Oh my gosh. So that was our nights, and it was, I think we both just had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
We'll continue to talk about that. I wish I was on a date, though. You got to be on a date.
The saga continues.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we talked about last pod. What, like, we were both gonna go to bed at 9:30. Have you been doing that?
No.
I went to bed at 11
Actually,
that night.
I forgot. Yeah, last night was the new moon.
My calendar this morning notified me that it's the Lunar New Year.
I didn't even do a ritual.
Oh,
I want to
no.
do rituals.
You can do it tonight, I feel, and it'll count. It counts.
Yeah, I'm going to do it tonight because I really want to do it. That's the 9:30. That's like when I was going to start. But I had a date last night, so I was all preoccupied, and I did not come home and do a ritual. I came home
Oh
and
my
went
God, isn't
to
that
bed.
funny
I was
how,
so
like,
tired after.
How dating someone really takes you away from, like, your faith, whatever practice that is. Like, sometimes,
A little
most
bit.
of the time.
Your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes your attention.
So it's now the time to be in that, like, because I'm single, so I'm like can focus 100%
Yeah.
on my higher power if I can.
Yeah,
Fuzzy.
I'm single.
You are still single, but you're dating.
I'm dating.
You're dating someone because you
Dating
went on a
around. Just kidding.
date. Dating around is crazy.
That'd be like if I was going on. So what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about? Because so this guy and I went on a date and we had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And then say another guy asked me out on a date.
Go
Right.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to tell the other
No.
date guy that you have.
You guys owe each other nothing at this point.
Right.
There have been no physical contact or conversations regarding commitment.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, like, at the end of the date when we got back to my car, like, there was a moment where, like, we just both looked at each other, and I was so awkward, and I was like, thank you, I had a really nice time, bye! And I just kind of, like, he was like, okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You have to, like, make sure he knows you're interested because, you know,
I know, no, we texted after, and
and was like, oh, I was nervous.
I didn't say
'Cause you
that
never
yet.
know.
I'm gonna tell him though. I'm gonna
Right.
tell him because I really was nervous.
Yeah,
But,
it's
like-
so nerve wracking when you're standing there and it's the end of the day and you both know it's time to maybe kiss or not.
Yeah.
Like you're both like, remember what I said on my first date with what's his name? I was like, well, you have my information, and I just got I don't know.
Well, you have my
You
information.
have my information. So embarrassing.
I went to work.
And now my friends say that to me all the time too.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I went to work yesterday and I went into my manager's office and she was like, "Hi, buddy."
Oh,
Hi, buddy.
I have to scream into this. Okay. So, I'm glad that you guys didn't kiss yet, though, because it gives you more time to get to know each other.
So am I. Yeah.
And my sponsor told me, like, because I was like, I don't know, I'm starting to date this guy, and I might go somewhere more serious, like, physically. And she was like, maybe have a conversation about what you both think is going on so that you're on the same page before you go forward physically and then someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
Like, what if you think it's one thing and he thinks it's another?
Yeah.
So I did, and that was so scary. I literally sat him down and was like, so... I was like, this might go somewhere, and I just want to make sure we are on the same page.
Yeah. I called my sponsor after too.
Did you?
Yeah,
Good for
and
you.
she gave me really good advice.
Yeah?
Just like, yeah.
What'd she say?
Kind of the same thing. Like, just don't put all your eggs in one basket, and like,
Queen. What a queen.
yeah. She said take it slow, cause addicts will tend to like go all in and think it's gonna be something. And yeah, I'm like, I needed to hear that because that's totally me.
Same.
But I would definitely kiss him.
You're physically attracted? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I am.
That's so cute. You
He's
have a crush.
tall. He's so
Tall
tall.
does it. Well,
Yeah.
Danny's really tall. She's not shallow.
I'm
She's just
I'm
super-
5'11", which I thought I was 5'10" my whole life. It says
Mm-hmm.
5'10" on my driver's license. And I was at the doctor the other day, and I was like, can you tell me how tall I am? Because I was standing next to a guy, and he's like, you're not 5'10", I'm 5'10", and I'm taller than him just a little
Huh.
bit. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, he cannot be 5'10". I know I'm 5'10". And I went to the doctor, and she was like, I'm actually 5'10" and 3/4.
Oh, so basically 5'11".
5'11", yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. What
I
a
know.
crazy thing to find out.
I
You're
never
just
knew.
Still growing.
I'm almost...
It's like when your shoe size changes. She's like, wow.
I'm like, yeah, so crazy.
No, that is crazy though. You got taller. But anyway,
I
so
don't think
Danny's...
I got taller. I think I was measured wrong.
Oh, you only got measured once. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense actually. When you're an adult, you don't get measured all the time.
Right.
Nice.
Any hoopst.
So anyway, Danny's focused on the tall thing because it's hard for her to find someone who's taller than her.
Well, and I noticed I'm not shallow. Like, I would date short guys.
A short king.
Short
I
king.
love a short king.
But I found myself, like, when I was with a short man, that I would, like, notice tall men. Like, I would just notice them a lot more. Not that I'm like...
Wandering eye.
I had a wandering eye.
Scandal.
No, you know what I mean.
Slay.
Whatever.
Do what you gotta
It's not tea. But, like, you know, I don't know. And I don't want to... I don't know. I don't want to, like, wonder what that would feel like. Wonder what I would have. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know it's never gonna be perfect. Sometimes if you see like say you don't like how he dresses, and then you're gonna notice every best dressed dude around. You know.
Yeah.
It just depends on the person. You just weren't right for each other. Because even if he's short, but you're right for each other.
Yeah, you're right.
You wouldn't notice
you're
the
right.
tall guys around.
You're right.
You just weren't right for each other.
You're right. You're so right. And we weren't, because we're not together anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. It's
Okay,
like it's
so-
like that makes sense or something.
So we asked a few
I
people.
feel awkward. I'm like,
You have my information. So. Oh my gosh. Okay, we asked a few people for some questions for the pod.
we
Some-
did.
We did some background questions, and I have only a few. We can
Okay.
do this again in Q&A. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to DM us or email us. Or
Comment them down below.
Comment them down below, number one. But if you want to be anonymous, you can.
Can I tell you, we love comments.
We love comments.
All of you who left us comments.
Oh my gosh.
How is it?
Thank you. He said.
I tried to do that to Jasmine, and she was like, "We are millennials."
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a TikTok of a girl making fun of this. I'm like, well, it's too late. That's
You know what? I wouldn't make fun of either way. It's both a heart.
Aw, you're so nice. It's like there's teams. There's like team this, because Taylor Swift does this. And there's team this. And I'm a Swiftie, so you would think I would be doing this. But whatevs. Anyway,
We love you.
we love your comments. We love you guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you.
I'm excited to hear these questions.
Okay, so I have some like very like simple ones, and then they get a little whatever.
Okay.
How many siblings do you have?
5, 6,
5,
7.
comma, kind of 6, kind of 7.
8.
8.
6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh. So we have 5 sisters that are blood related to us. 1 sister who's our sister's sister.
But we call her our sister. 'Cause
We have 2 blood brothers. 1 who we don't see or really know at
We're
all.
all blood. We're all blood. We're all blood brothers. It's Ingrid Michaelson.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, sound off in the comments if you know anything what she's talking about.
People do.
I'm sure they do.
Everyone's like, Danny, your music is so weird. But I listen to like Ingrid
Who would
Michaelson.
say that to you?
You.
I never say that.
Judy,
I didn't
Emily,
say it was weird.
Sarah.
It's just like different.
Yeah, I don't listen to like the mainstream.
Danny's so cool. She listens to cool music. I'm like every other girl you ever met. So,
Hey.
well, I like being that way.
Yeah,
I like
you-
being like that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a pop princess. Okay.
You are. You're like Ariana Grande.
You always say that. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
She's in a scandal right now.
Really?
Yeah, the guy she's dating
Uh-huh.
was married with like a brand new baby.
Oh.
And he left his whole family and now they're together. And if you look, he looks exactly like her brother. Exactly.
A lot of people were saying Phineas's girlfriend looks just like Billie Eilish.
Yeah. I mean, she kind of does, but like if you look at Ariana's man and her brother, it's like literally the same.
But,
I
like-
could be
But
wrong. though.
why? Like, why?
I don't know.
Like, why do people point that out or care? It's like,
Like when Rob was
weird.
dating a girl that looked like him. They just like to be weird
yeah.
on the internet sometimes. And here we are putting ourselves out there. Hi. Anyway,
Being weird on the internet.
we like
sometimes.
to be weird on the internet. Just not in those ways. We're trying not to, yeah.
We're trying to spread positivity. We're just
So
perpetuating
anyway, we
the
have
gossip.
Most, like,
Okay.
we have 5 sisters
We have 5 sisters.
and 2 brothers.
and 2 brothers.
Yep. And Danny's the, what are you?
It's so
Second oldest sister.
our
and-
family dynamics get kind of weird because our older sister grew up with her mother, and then me, Bailey, Judy, Emily, Sarah, the 5 girls, grew up with our father.
And Danny's the oldest of that
And I'm
crew.
so I have like the oldest sister
Vibes.
personality.
I'm a middle child.
But I also have an older sister.
Can you tell I'm a middle child? I'm like, look at me. Pay attention to me.
But you're also like very fun loving and cute.
Oh, thank you. And you're amazing and protective, and you know, you're like the family manager.
I love that for me.
Okay, so that's that. And then, how long have you been sober? 2 things. We sober to us means like that you don't drink. So we are clean, which means that we don't drink and we don't use any
This is
minor
the
mood alterations.
sticker that Jasmine gave me.
I've gotten a sober sticker from people too.
Do the hand thing.
It works. That's
Beautiful.
so cool. So
Anywho,
we use the word clean anyway, or we don't say clean and sober because that would imply that they're different. It just
So,
clean covers it all. But anyway,
I feel like that language is in our program. Like we use it for the people coming into our program. But when I talk about it outside of the program to like anybody else, I say sober.
do you?
I do.
Wow. Telling your sponsor. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding. No, it's funny. There's memes of like when you accidentally say sober at this kind of meeting.
Yeah.
And it's like, because like
That's how
people
it feels.
they get like really weird about the language, but it really doesn't matter. But I always say clean everywhere I am. I'm clean. I'm clean. I'm clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's to your own. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's semantics.
Anyway,
That's not the point. The point is how long have we been clean?
so my clean date is October 23rd, 2022. So I've been clean for a year. Hold on, I have a
So at the time this video comes out,
I have a thing.
oh, you have a countdown
Today, which
Most
is
people have
February, what's the date?
apps. The time.
February 10th.
Uh.
I've been clean for 1 year, 3 months, and 18 days.
Way to go, Danny!
Hey.
Keep coming back.
How about you?
My clean date is January 1st, 2020. So I've been clean for 4 years and some change.
Yay! Go Bailey!
Couldn't have done it without my higher power and my support system and my groups.
Same.
And you?
Same.
How long have you been single?
Oh. That one's another one that the dynamics are weird. Well, I've been single since last February, so about a year.
Wow.
Yeah. But my ex and I were still really close.
I kept teasing her and
Until-
being like, "You're not single. You totally have a boyfriend."
Yeah, but I didn't.
But she didn't.
We're just buddies. And we care a lot about each other.
Which is nice. That's a green flag. If you can be friends with your ex, or if you have a respect for your ex. When a guy talks about his ex and he's like, she's crazy and she did this and she did that, I'm just like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just like, that's not great. That's probably bad.
But you don't want to judge based on that because, like, I have
Exes that you...
exes that are quite abusive.
But I've heard you speak about him and you've forgiven him and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I have.
So that you can have peace.
Yeah.
Which is
Serenity.
Nice. So I was single for 3.5 years. Didn't talk to a single anybody the whole time I was clean. And then I started dating somebody a couple months ago. And we dated for a couple months. And then we stopped. So I've been single again for like just a couple months. Technically I've been single though.
The whole time.
The
Yeah,
whole
because you
time.
guys didn't
We
go
talked
into,
about
like,
we talked about being
exclusive.
exclusive, but I said no because I was too scared because I was like, I don't know you well enough yet for that.
Yeah, which thank goodness.
Yeah. And we didn't put it on Facebook or anything. Like,
Oh my gosh.
phew.
Ooh, yeah.
That's so smart. Because the old me would have been like, yes, we have to, like, let me claim you right away and make sure nobody tries to. And then it would have been so embarrassing a couple weeks later to be like, just kidding. But yeah, so we're single Pringles. It's pretty. Danny's dating. I'm chilling. And how long will I be single?
No one knows.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't know.
You really don't know.
Next question.
Okay, so then the next question is, why do I need to get a sponsor?
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's a common question.
Yeah.
So a sponsor is someone who takes you through the 12 steps. That's literally their whole job. They're not a psychiatrist or a doctor or anything like that. Yeah, their literal job. But it's important to start a relationship with them early on and call them frequently so that you can start
building trust.
Mm-hmm. And even if you can't trust anyone, because I couldn't when I first came in, just pick someone and start doing the steps. Literally, you don't have to. It's not a marriage. Like, you can get a new one if you know.
Yeah, and it's important to have somebody else take you through that process because you can't spot self-deception.
Yeah.
Like, you need somebody to, like, guide you.
Mm-hmm.
And the 12 steps are the whole thing.
For me, I was so scared to get a sponsor because I was too prideful. I didn't want to ask someone for help. Like an individual, it was hard enough to admit that I, needed to be in those rooms in the first place. Mm-hmm. So then to ask someone one-on-one, like, will you help me? It was intimidating, and I was like, I don't need them. I can just do the steps on my own. And I tried, and it didn't work. I got through the first 3 and got to 4, and it was very clear that I needed someone else too. Because it says it all in the
whole time.
It just is like, go over this with your sponsor,
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fine. And so I picked someone, and
my experience was different because I followed you into the program, and you were just like, once I settled into a couple meetings, you're like, okay, who are you going to pick as your sponsor? And I was like,
Well, there's suggestions.
That one.
There's suggestions, like, in the beginning of the meetings, but they're in the readings, and people zone out during those, you know? So it's nice to have someone to encourage you, like, oh, who are you going to pick? What step are you on? So I like to go around and like, try to do that for people.
Yeah.
Because I've heard other people share their story, and they mention, oh, someone was asking, and that's why I did it. So I was like, oh.
Yeah,
encourage people to do that.
A lot of people, I hear that a lot too.
Yeah, because if no one was pushing me, I don't know that well, actually, I was already like, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
Which was nice. So then there's a question related to that question, which was, I wish I could tell you who all asked these too. What if I don't like any of the people who are sponsors?
I would say choose someone anyway. Yeah. Because it's like a life jacket. It's like you're not gonna be drowning and see like, oh,
different
I don't
life jackets.
All
I don't like that color.
All the life jackets are orange, and you're like, I don't like orange, so I can't.
Right.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're literally, it's to save your life. So just pick someone, and I find that the more I do the step work, I start to like more people because I just didn't like myself. So I didn't like any of, it's not that I didn't like anybody, but it was harder for me to like people because I didn't like myself.
Same.
So once I had started having self-acceptance, then I started to really accept others. And I noticed that things don't get better, I start to get better. So that's, that's that.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, I feel the exact same.
So then, let's see. How do you know when someone is losing feelings for you?
Oh, never had that happen. I don't know. I've always been the one who lost the feelings for someone. I've always been the one to break up with my person.
Sometimes people will act a certain way to get you to break up with them, though. Where they're just like,
nope.
Just
kidding. I can say when I start losing feelings for someone, I just start like becoming indifferent towards them. Mm-hmm. Like you can't even make me mad anymore. Like I just don't care.
That's a huge one.
Yeah, I just don't
care.
Where
you don't even get mad.
Yeah.
For me too, it's like the little things. Like if somebody always makes sure I have something I love, and they always like say I have like granola that I love. I heard a story about this, and the guy was giving her, like, her husband would always make sure it was stocked and no matter what, because he knew she liked it and she never had to ask. And then he didn't stock it, and she's like, "Oh, that's weird. Maybe he didn't see." And she left the empty thing in there, and then he just never did. And that's when she knew it was over.
Oh.
I was like, "That's a fact, though. Those little things that you think don't mean, they're huge."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, it's those little things are so. It's important to communicate, because you don't want for someone to feel blindsided when you leave them, or when you whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell someone like, "Hey, not feeling it."
I know we've been married for 5 years, but I'm done.
Not feeling
That's got to
it.
be really hard.
I know. Marriage isn't for everyone. That's a tough thing to take on, but it's a beautiful thing also. Jim Gaffigan, as I'm just on first name basis with him. He was talking about like single people who've never had kids, and I'm like, that's me. He's like, if your biggest problem is your Wi-Fi connection and like where are you going to go to brunch, you're not an adult.
Moving on.
Okay, that's it for the Q&A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a quick one.
That's good.
But if you guys have any questions, like, let us know. Comment down below. And I have a question for you. What are you doing today later?
Going to the birthday party?
So we're going. That was it. We're going to a
Oh.
birthday party after this.
Yeah,
time is it?
Our little
Oh.
baby niece is turning 1 today. It's her birthday, and we're about to go celebrate her.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like a jungle themed party. So I'm
Yeah.
wearing leopard print, or I would wear it anyway. Like, let's be real. And that Jack Harlow song where he's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?"
It's another callback story. We'll tell it some other time.
Well, I was wearing cheetah print, and Danny just was like, her
Listen,
face was just like.
I didn't realize. First of all,
And I
she was
like, why are you looking at me
she
like
was
that?
all, and it was like a big long cheetah print like thing, and I didn't realize
That's how
I
bad
didn't-
you want to be spotted around your boy.
she was wearing it until we were like sitting in the restaurant because we had been in the car the whole time, and I think she was in the front seat, and we sit down in this restaurant, and she's like all in draped in cheetah print, which I don't know why. I just don't like it. I don't know why, but I didn't realize what my face looked like until she was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" Because I was
No.
just like,
Oh, Danny, it was way. You were just like it looked like I had 2 heads or something, or you like I just murdered a
I was just like,
puppy in front
"Oh
of you." You were
God,
like-
I don't like that jacket."
It was a sweater, and it was so beautiful. I wonder where it is. I would wear it. So
I'm
okay.
sorry, my phone keeps going off.
Is it him?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Okay, and we're done.
Did we give him a name?
His name is Rob.
Oh, you're gonna say his name.
Yep.
She's saying his real name.
Said his name.
His government name. Just kidding. While we're on the topic of like weird stories though, wait, we were going somewhere with that. No, I was just saying that we have a birthday party to go to after this. Wearing cheetah print because it's like a jungle theme. And I tried to get Danny to wear a cheetah print headband and it was not happening. I think it's so cute on her though. To each their own. Different strokes, different folks.
Yeah.
Like Brooke and Connor say, DSDF. Different strokes, different folks.
Yeah. Brooke and Connor.
DSDF. If you know, you know.
IYK.
IYK.
Um,
Well, we're on the topic though of stories. Yo mess. I wanted to talk about yo mess. So like if you're Danny made up this thing where
I made it up.
yeah. Where like if you're doing something together, like say we're cooking together, the last person to touch whatever it is, like they have to clean it up. So she would like be like, yo mess. Yo mess.
Yo mess.
Anyway, that's it. I thought that was gonna be way funnier than that. Anyway.
We are.
I have one more question. I gotta go. I have one more question.
Yes.
And then we can do the Serenity segment and then we can leave.
Oh, the Serenity segment. Yeah.
Okay. Last question is I have a friend who like has a kind of weird relationship with her mom and she wants her mom to like reach out to her to hang out. She's like sad that her mom doesn't reach out to her to hang out. And I saw something too on the internet about like, do you think the kid should reach out to the parent to hang out or do you think the parent should reach out to the kid to hang out? And it's like a debate
Debate? Yeah.
on the internet. That's better. So
Yeah.
there's this debate on the internet.
Do we think the mom should call the kid to hang out or the kid should call the mom to hang out?
Yeah.
Not even a kid, like a grown adult.
Well, like their child, but the child's a grown adult.
I think the mom.
Yeah. Oh, your kid's calling me?
He was just calling me too, and I ignored it.
I was just gonna say, when you guys are older and Tiger's an adult, like, will you be calling him to hang out regularly, do you think? Or are you gonna wait for him to call you?
I would call him. I mean, it would go both
I
ways.
feel like you're gonna be like, my son never calls me to hang out.
No, I think it'll go both ways.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna. I think there's gonna be a
She-
long period
maybe-
of time where he doesn't call me to hang out.
Maybe the girl feels like, or people feel like, oh, my mom never calls me to hang out, but the mom's like, my kid never calls me to hang out. I'm so offended. And they're both just offended, and neither of them call each other.
Probably.
You know? So just do it. I would say put the pride aside and just do it. The point is that they want to spend time together, which is that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I would just do it. I
True.
would just give them a call and be like, let's hang out. That's it.
Well, I gotta go hang out with my kid.
Okay.
Just kidding.
This is that book I was telling you guys about, Fearless Relationships by Karen Casey. This is how far I am along. And this is my bookmark. Which I think is kind of cool. Got it off Amazon. Let's read a snippet, shall we? Every encounter expresses either love or fear. Ooh, that's a fact. Welcome back to the Serenity Session. Okay.
That was perfect.
We're on the last part of the Serenity Prayer, which is God.
Grant us the
You
serenity.
said say God too.
Oh,
God.
God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
So the wisdom to know the difference is where we left off.
Yeah.
That one is interesting.
Fun.
It's interesting because I was like, what's the difference between what I can and cannot control? Like, God grant me the wisdom to know the difference between what I can and cannot control, which I realized was the only thing I have control over is my reaction to situations in life. I can't control you. I can't control anyone or things that happen. I can try, but I'll stress myself out. And I can only control the way I react to things. And even that, like, I ask for help for that too. From my higher power.
Yeah. So my sponsor suggested that I make a God box. So it's a box that you only can put stuff in and you can't open it and take stuff out. And I put stuff in there that I can't control. And
So
it's been helping a lot because, like, I can't control, like, what I've already done in the past. I can't control.
So you write it down, put it in the box, and you let it go. Once
And
it's
I let
in
it
the
go.
box, you can't
Yeah.
worry about it anymore.
Yeah, and it's great. I write down, like, I can't control, like, somebody I care about and I want them to do well in their future. I can't control their future. I can't control their actions today. I can't control.
It's funny how we try to play God.
Yeah.
Like, if a meeting is failing, or if a meeting is not doing things the way that the program says they should do it, we are like, we have to come and rescue everyone. And it's like, no, God is going to take care of it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And just relax. Like,
yeah.
that's the big thing is, like, relax. You know?
Serenity.
Like, the guy I was hanging out with last night, I want to, like, swoop in and make his life so much easier. But I'm like, he has to take care of himself. You know, like, I can't. You know, so I'm praying for him too about that.
Yeah.
Because he works too much and he doesn't drink enough water. So I'm like, slow down, drink water.
Yeah.
I just care about him.
Yeah.
But the wisdom to know the difference, that's, for me, that's what it is. That's all it,
Yep.
that's all it be. My
Yeah,
only
and it's-
job is to trust and have faith.
Sometimes it's hard to decipher for me.
That's why we pray for the wisdom. Because we can't just try to sit here and think about it. We just surrender it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah. And like I mentioned before, when I first came into the rooms, I didn't understand what surrender was.
Mm-hmm.
I was controlling so much and thinking I had to control and having to control, or like so much.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, my life, like what's gonna happen to me, what has happened to, like, I thought I had to control everything, and I was miserable.
Yep.
And then once
Without
I
acceptance.
experienced forgiveness and acceptance and surrender, like true surrender, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It is so wonderful. And it's a
It
practice.
feels good.
It's not something you could just come in and be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, I've surrendered. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm going to
perfect
surrender now.
It just, it takes practice, but it gets easier with practice.
Yes.
It becomes your habit instead of constant worrying as the habit.
Yeah.
You know.
Gabby Bernstein talks about this, and it
We
reminds
love
me.
Gabby Bernstein. Did we bring her up on the pod yet?
No, we haven't.
We love her.
But
we are
she-
huge fans.
She calls it the holy instant. The moment that you move out of fear and back into love, the holy instant. And then the more you practice doing that, the faster your like comeback rate will be. So your instinct will be then, instead of going into like fear and worry, your instinct will be like, oh, this is a learning experience. I can see this through love, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful concept.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our Serenity session.
Yay! Another one in the books.
Another one in the books, number 4.
So, like we said, if you guys have any questions, please put them down in the comments or DM us, email us, do whatever you got to do. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far in the video.
And again, if there's anything else you want to know, we love questions. Wait, you just said...
I literally...
So, yeah, that...
Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe.
And click the notification bell to stay updated with our new content.
Okay. Well,
Love you, bye.